The AEW Control Center moves straight ahead as we have another great week of action coming up with two big events. Hey everybody, it's Tony Schiavone. First tonight, we bring you a very special edition of AEW Tuesday Night Dynamite live on TBS beginning at 8/7 Central. It's Title Tuesday tonight. The very special Tuesday night broadcast comes to you from Cincinnati and the Heritage Bank Center. And then this Friday, we bring you AEW Rampage live on TNT beginning at 10/9 Central. Friday's live Rampage will originate from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. First of all, tonight's live Tuesday broadcast will feature 4 world title matches. And we start at the top as AEW World Champion Jon Moxley, Cincinnati's own, will defend against former champion Hangman Adam Page.
And this here is the old Riverfront Coliseum. I started working there when I was about 16 years old. It was called the Crown. Then it became First Star Center, and then it became US Bank Arena, and now it is Heritage Bank Center. And I basically grew up hanging out down here under these bridges, under the overpass, hanging out and getting into trouble, doing whatever that kids do. Started here doing event staff, security, being an usher, hanging around, manning the smoking doors, chilling out in the VOMs, $6 an hour. So I literally grew up in this arena. So to bring AEW to Cincinnati, an overlooked city that never got the big pay-per-views, that never got the big events, was never an A town, to bring an A show like Dynamite, World Championship match, special Tuesday Night Dynamite, October 18th, that's very satisfying for me. I want Cincinnati to become as big a wrestling town as there is, right up there with Philadelphia and Chicago and New York. And I think October 18th is going to be a good first step.
Our live audience here in Cincinnati, they love this maniac.
Winning the AEW World Championship for the first time is the biggest accomplishment of my professional career. I had been wrestling for 13 years. I had never won a world championship.
No winner of this match.
It validated something in me that, I was worth it. I was deserving of this, because a lot of times it felt like, I could have been the tag along in the elite. In a lot of ways, I would say that not only do I respect Jon Moxley, I would say that maybe I look up to him.
How weird does it feel to be driving around your city as the champion?
There is a sense of accomplishment coming back to Cincinnati. I left here with nothing. None of this was here back then. This was all just parking lots, pavement. And I came back with everything I could ever want. A woman of my dreams, a beautiful daughter with all the proverbial spoils. So to come back as kind of a conqueror there is a sense of satisfaction in that.
How does it feel when you have all this and now you're going to be in your hometown and someone's trying to take it away?
Me and Mox have been here in AEW for 3 years, and in 3 years, I think we've beaten just about everyone there is to beat. He's beaten them, I've beaten them, except for each other.
They have come from far and wide, all shapes, sizes, and styles, to try to knock me off the top of the mountain.
It's hard to find a weakness in someone like Jon Moxley.
They all think they want what I got, but they walked a mile in my shoes.
He's hard-hitting, he's intense, he's fast, he's explosive, he's tough, he has good cardio, he has good strength.
Being the world champion is a dirty, dirty job, and you gotta be ruthless and indiscriminate.
These 3 years in AEW, I have relied on myself. I've relied on my hard work, my intuition. to get me where I am, but more than that, I've relied on the fans. I feel like that's where I get my energy from, and I know that walking into Cincinnati, well, that ain't my hometown, and I'm not the hometown favorite.
But for the AEW World Championship, a championship I've defined, my own arena, my own city, I do not envy the man that has the task of taking away what's mine on that night.
On Dynamite, Moxley got in the ring with me. He said he respected me. He said he respected my talent in the ring. He said he respected the kind of man I am, and that meant a lot to me. And then he called me kid.
You're a sweet kid.
I'm a 31-year-old man. I have a son. I have a mortgage. I've been a world champion.
Like a lot of kids around here, you say a lot of stupid.
I've been through some that you've seen before, and I've been through some that you don't even know about.
I hesitated in May, and it cost me this championship. I went for the Trios Championship with my best friends, and we failed. And I've had to watch as week after week they seemingly disappeared. My old friends, they have disappeared. But I am still here because I am a man.
Last year in the casino ladder match, at the end of the match, me and Moxley were on top of the ladder. Back and forth, punches, back and forth, and who broke first? It wasn't me.
There ain't a man on this planet that's gonna walk into my home, my city, my home arena, walk into my living room and take anything out of my house, my property. No way. An AEW World Champion, no respect, no survivors.
On October 18th, I step into the ring with AEW World Champion Jon Moxley with the championship on the line. And it's his hometown, Cincinnati.
I'm gonna leave my house, I'm gonna walk down Vine Street, I'm gonna show up at Heritage Bank Center, and I'm gonna break your face.
I'm angry! I'm frustrated! I can't sleep at night! I've been choked till my face turns blue, and I've been beaten in that same face over and over, and I keep coming back because I am a man! Damn it!
If you get the shot to take me out, I don't think you got it in your guts to pull the trigger.
And it's his hometown. It's his championship. But the 18th is my night.
On October 18th, there will be one last man standing here in AEW.
I will become champion because I'm the man with the plan, the man with the chip, and the man who is a generational talent.
Now, based on what we witnessed in the ring last Wednesday in Toronto on Dynamite, Hangman is more focused and prepared than ever before. Cincinnati is Moxley's home turf, but he needs to be ready for the fight of his life, and that's tonight. Also live tonight on TBS for the AEW Interim Women's World Title, the champion Toni Storm defends against former champion Hikaru Shida.
Covers, 2, 3, that's got it! Shida's a champion! Shida has upset Nyla Rose. The #1 contender, a long winning streak for her. Long time coming, and well-deserved for Shida.
It was so much fun teaming up with you. I felt special power, and I know you are outstanding.
I know what this woman is capable of. I know how legit she is. I know that because I wrestled her in Japan when I was 17 years old, and I've been following her this entire time.
Toni Storm making the most of this opportunity and is now the AEW Interim Women's World Champion.
And that might be the advantage I need to retain the title. But my disadvantage is she knows me just as well. And I know for a fact we're gonna tear each other apart, friends or not.
What I crave. Who is the best, you or me? That is the question.
You may have momentum going into this match after defeating Britt Baker, but don't think for a second that I'm gonna let this slip away. Oh no.
And the answer is Hikaru Shida, Shining Samurai, double champion in Japan, who carried this division during the pandemic like Jon Moxley.
This Tuesday in Cincinnati, I will be walking out, still AEW Women's World Champion.
I am the best, and I deserve to be first ever two-time AEW Women's Champion.
Just because I respect you doesn't mean that I won't hurt you.
Two of the best ever to hold the world title, Storm and Shida, also two very good friends. We expect a great battle tonight, live on TBS from Cincinnati. Also live tonight, the Death Triangle, Pac and the Lucha Brothers, will defend the AEW World Trios Championship against the Best Friends, Chuck and Trent, and the AEW All-Atlantic Champion, Orange Cassidy. Now, we're coming off an incredible win by Cassidy over Pac for the All-Atlantic Championship last Wednesday in Toronto. Bad blood between the two still exists. We can only imagine how wild this will be tonight in Cincinnati and on TBS. Also tonight, the ROH World title will be decided as the champion Chris Jericho defends against a former ROH champion in Dalton Castle.
Who is Dalton Castle? What a loaded question. Not just a wrestler, not a sports entertainer. I'm an experience. I've spent a lot of time in Ring of Honor. It's been a huge part of my life. I have broken hearts. I have dropped people on their heads. Me and the boys have won the Ring of Honor 6-man championships. I've won the Ring of Honor television championship. I've been the Ring of Honor world champion. I broke my back for Ring of Honor. So to hear somebody like Chris Jericho yammer on and on negatively about ROH, I couldn't sit back and just let it happen. I had to do something about it.
I am the greatest Ring of Jericho champion ever, and I'm gonna continue to beat every single Ring of Honor champion that has ever existed.
When I represented Ring of Honor, I fought with honor. I fought with pride. I gave everything I got to Ring of Honor. And to see that championship around your waist, a stupid, naive, silly little goose, it makes me sick. I broke my back for that championship, and I'm willing to break yours to give that title and all these viewers what they deserve. And that is a champion they can be proud of.
Next week, you want a championship match, you got it. But I'm gonna pull out your feathers one by one by one. The Ring of Jericho era is here. All honor the Ocho.
There was a time when I looked at Chris Jericho with a whole lot of respect. But unfortunately, that's not the man I see today. The guy I see in that ring wearing those letters is a disappointment. It's not fair to the viewers. It's not fair to Ring of Honor. And unfortunately, it's up to me and my boys to do something about this. I don't think Cincinnati knows what they're in for when Dynamite comes to town and I step in that ring and challenge Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Championship. There is gonna be a cosmic clash of charisma. A colorful peacock on one side and a silly goose on the other. We're gonna smash heads until there's sparks all over the place. I am gonna create the greatest championship match in all of ROH history. There is gonna be a forest fire of color. And I am gonna leave Cincinnati the new Ring of Honor World Champion.
It's very apparent that through systematic cheating, Jericho will do anything it takes to retain the title and bring dishonor to the Ring of Honor title. Hopefully Castle, along with the boys, can put an end to this terrible reign by the Ocho. Also tonight, we will hear from MJF. And he still has that big chip, and thus has a AEW World title shot in the future. But MJF has been acting very odd as of late. Interesting to see what he has to say tonight. And also tonight, the newest member of the AEW broadcast team, Renee Paquette, will have a sit-down interview with Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta. This and much more tonight on AEW Dynamite Live on a Tuesday night from the Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tickets for our fans coming to Cincinnati available at AEWTIX.com. Now this Friday, join us for AEW Rampage live on TNT from the home of AEW Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Airtime will be 10/9 Central live this Friday. 2 matches already signed. Number 10, Preston Vance of Dark Order will meet Roosh. As you know, Jose and Roosh have been after number 10 to join their ranks. Well, this Friday, if number 10 wins, Roosh and Jose must leave him alone forever. Also this Friday, R.A. Daivari, head of the Trustbusters, will square off against Hook for the FTW title. Daivari presented Hook with a check a few weeks back in an effort to buy the FTW belt. Hook tore up the request, so now, if Daivari wants the belt, he'll have to earn it in the ring on Friday against Hook on Rampage on TNT. You coming to Jacksonville? Tickets are available at AEWTIX.com. All right, fans, a few important reminders. AEW Dynamite returns to Norfolk, Virginia in the Chartway Arena next Wednesday, October 26th. And AEW Rampage is coming live to the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut a week from Friday. That's on Friday, October 28th. In 2 weeks, on Wednesday, November 2nd, we're back in Baltimore for AEW Dynamite live at the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Arena. And then in 2 weeks from this Friday, AEW Rampage will be live at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. That'll be on Friday, November 4th. Tickets for all of our events are available, as you know, at AEWTIX.com. And now, fans, these very special holiday announcements. On Wednesday, December 14th, AEW Dynamite and Rampage return to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex at the Curtis Colwell Center in Garland, with Winter is Coming. 1 week later, on Wednesday, December 21st, AEW Dynamite and Rampage return to the legendary Freeman Coliseum in San Antonio, Texas. Kick off the holidays with AEW. Tickets for both these events become first available. Now mark this down. First available this Friday, October 21st, 10 a.m. local time at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com. But tonight, we bring you 4 world title matches and a whole lot more as AEW Dynamite returns to Cincinnati, this time at the Heritage Bank Center. We will take the air live tonight, yes, on a Tuesday night at 8/7 Central. For our fans coming to the event tonight, live in Cincinnati, come early. Matches begin for you at 7 p.m. and tickets available at AEWTIX.com. I'm Tony Schiavone in the AEW Control Center. I'll see you live tonight, ringside in Cincinnati and on TBS. We are AEW.